What's up, guys? My name's Doofus Mcdooface, and this is tier 2s of my favorite openers in Legion TD2. And just to let you know, I will be doing both the tier 2s unupgraded and upgraded because sometimes there are situations where placing, let's just say right now, a bunch of anglers as an opener on wave 1 does make sense. I'm not saying it's better than a bounty hunter, the tier 2 upgrade, but I do just want to let you know beforehand that I'm going to have a separate ranking, or maybe the same ranking, for tier 2s unupgraded and upgraded, and I will probably be doing that the rest of the series for tier 3s. And well, actually, it's only tier 3s, right? And then a lot of those things you can't upgrade anymore. So tier 2s, tier 3s, etc. But once again, this is openers in Legion TD2. When you choose to place a unit on wave 1, this is how good or bad or neutral I think the unit is if you start with it on wave 1. And just so you know, because I may have had some questions last time, just because I put something in C tier or D tier, I'm just referring it to as a bad opener, or a not great opener. Whereas late game, that unit might be amazing. So in terms of a unit tier list, is a little bit different ranking than a opener tier list. So without further ado, let's get into it. Angler, I'm not a huge fan of opening because I'm not a big Kingpin player, but I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's pretty decent. I would put it in B. There are situations where you can start anglers, bunch of them, one of them, with flower, with steeds, with podas, priestess of the abyss. So I do think angler is an opener. It's not that bad. I don't prefer it, but it's okay. Aquas, I would never do, but you never know. 3 aquas is okay, I guess. But I, a long time ago, tried using 3 aqua spirits as a fiesta, as did L1, a good friend of mine who also played fiesta. It's really tough to do. As purely an opener, fiesta aside, I wouldn't do it any with that anyhow, right? Just upgrade to one of the aqua spirit to a rogue wave or aqua to a fire elemental. It's gonna be a lot better. Bazooka, probably the best tier 2 in the game unupgraded. Like of unupgraded tier 2s. Like I don't want to jump ahead. Maybe Ranger. Maybe Ranger's better, but I would say Bazooka. Just the amount of DPS for a 45 gold unit is insane. But am I opening them? I think it's B again. There are some situations where, for me being Fiesta, but even not Fiesta, I have seen people do triple Bazooka, and it is solid. Triple Bazooka is really decent. I'm not kidding. So I could definitely see triple Bazooka as an open. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with it? And as Fiesta, I really like it. One of the best Fiestas. But I'm trying to just do openers, not just Fiesta openers. Bounty Hunter, I'd say another B. Like, I feel like it's solidly balanced. Of course, it can be better if you have steeds. It's okay if you don't have steeds. Can be really bad if you don't know how to play it. Or it can be amazing if you know how to play it. So I feel like going for B with Bounty Hunter is fine. But if I'm going to be honest, with how they changed the stacks, you're probably better off starting with... What? No. I've got it. If you have steeds, then I would go Bounty Hunter A. Okay? Angler stays B, with or without steeds, in my opinion. But if you have no steeds, then I would do that. I would put Bounty Hunter in C tier without steeds. It takes so long, and you're missing out on so many stacks. It's an okay opener, but you're missing out on so many stacks. So I'm going to go with B as the averaging out. Just the steeds is just such a huge factor. Daphne, and you know what? Let's just put them together. Daphne and Zeus have really, really failed me as an opener in the last year of Legion TD2. I I don't think it really matters how good your split is. With and their 700 and 800 range. It really doesn't matter how good your split is. I remember these used to be able to hold wave 3 always. Um, and maybe it's now because I go for 6 workers, right? Maybe now it's because 6 workers is the plan on wave 3 with almost any build possible. If you have a Zeus and a Garg, you could leak like 50 to 60% to a 40 cent. If you have a Daphne with a Garg, which Garg probably the best arcane tank you can place on wave 3 to hope you hold, help you hold, but it does become hope you hold. So I'm not wrong there. It is hope you hold if you only have one Garg with a Daphne or Zeus. I just don't love these as openers anymore, to be honest. But I would put Daphne a little higher. Like Daphne for me would be like B minus. It's not a bad opener. It just doesn't have that like oomph, right? It can't go crazy. Like with steeds, these things can go crazy. If you're Fiesta and you have like copters, this can go crazy, you know? Daphne doesn't really matter. Even if you have Garg, even if you have Cat or Slimes, like it's not gonna go crazy. It's solid, but it can't like break through that ceiling. Zeus, I despise as an opener right now. I'm really, really getting lower and lower on Zeus. I don't want to know my win rate with Zeus as an opener. Great unit when you get to wave 5, wave 6. Later on in the game can definitely work, especially if you have Magician or Disciples. But as a purely opener, no. C tier. And after I look at my win rate, which I don't want to right now, but after I do, maybe mentally I would even drop that to D. But C tier, not a huge fan. Fire Elemental, I would have had that in S tier before they changed it to magic damage. When this was the piercing damage with magic ability, I would keep that in S tier. It's an amazing 7-8 worker. It's perfect on wave 5 as long as you have like a Pilgrim or a Sea Dragon or something to kill the boss. And then it's good on wave 6. It was amazing. Now I'm a little bit scared of 4. And I'm a lot more scared of wave 7. That being said, it's still really good. Still think you can lock in 6 workers always. I like Fire Elemental as an opener. I think it's really solid. I don't get to play it as much as I'd like to because I'm playing so much Fiesta or I'm playing Champion, and I really don't want to champion a tier 2 unit. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I do like it. I just can't quite put it in the S tier because of the change. Gargoyle. Ugh. I mean, Gargoyle is sort of, I have to add that, right? Just into the D tier. Almost impossible to Fiesta with 3 Gargs. It's like impossible pretty much. And then terrible on wave 2. So as an opener, I've seen False Maiden and a Gargoyle do pretty good. Trying to think what else I've seen do good with a Gargoyle on wave 1 in that opener status. It's just not great, right? Let's just skip ahead right to Green Devil's S tier, right? The Gargoyle by itself, Green Devil upgraded, absolutely S tier. Number 1, you can Fiesta on wave 2. Number 2, you can beta Snail wave 2, even if you're not Fiesta. Number 3, you're almost unleakable wave 3. Number 4, you just need any Pierce or Natural on wave 4, and you're good. Wave 5 helps kill the boss. Then it's good on 6. It's good on 7. It's average on 8. It's good on 9. Like Green Devil has some of the best, and it's the damage reduction, right? The damage reduction makes it decent magic damage and then decent tanking. Even though it's an arcane tank, it has the added damage reduction. Absolutely amazing opener. Learn how to play Green Devil. It's really, really good. Bucklers. I mean, do we just put all of them in D? We probably have to just put all of them in D. Yeah, Bucklers for me. Once again, I love talking about Fiesta. 2 Bucklers, okay leak. If you were doing 3 Bucklers to hold, it would be okay on waves 1 and 2, but then wave 3, you'd have a huge problem. Wave 3, you'd have a huge problem. So actually, I changed my mind. Thinking this through, thinking about buckler, waves 1 through 3, thinking about gargoyle on wave 2, right? I'm thinking wave 3, this is weak. I'm thinking wave 2, this is super weak. Honestly, aqua's not as weak as these two, so I think that would be unfair for me to keep aqua there. So we got to make that change. Put aqua spirit in C, keep buckler in D. Harpy. I'm gonna go with C tier also. I think harpies, you can't just build harpy only. Okay, let me just stipulate, when I'm referring to some of these units as openers, I'm saying like, oh, you have a harpy and a devilfish, right? Or you have a harpy and 2 bucklers, or you have a harpy and what else would you build with a harpy? Harpy and steed, but you'd need 2 harpies, things like that. Like actually just building, I'm just including building these things on wave 1 is what I'm referring to in opener status. It's okay. Harpies do a lot of damage early game, but you do need a tank. So building more than 1, if you don't have more than 1 tank, can go bad. Howlers, dude, I wish there was like a C plus, or sorry, a D plus or C minus. Here's the thing with howlers. Howlers are not bad because they kill stuff, okay? But I'm thinking that wave 3 issue, the wave 3 issue, just like bucklers. But I don't know. Something's just telling me to put howlers higher. And I do think, as disgusting as it would look, if you went howler only, it could work. Right? So actually, it should be higher than harpy. Howler only can work early. It's nasty. You're not going to be 6 workers, but you really could get away with it. Cat has to be S tier, or sorry, A tier. Maybe it should be S tier. Nico Mata in A tier. It's simple. It's just so simple to play with just doing a couple of stacks here, knowing wave 3, you naturally want 180 value. At least a full cat can hold the lizard snail. Yeah, I really like Nico Mata. It's just solid. It's a solid open, and it has, you could theoretically champion it. You could fiesta with it. You could lock it in. You could play it with any of the masterminds. I really do like cat. You could stash with it and get like that pro leak on 3, pro leak on 2. Like cat is good. Cat is in a good solid place. I'm gonna say not S tier because you can leak 2 lizard snail on 3. It's kind of tough to get 6 workers without having a chance to leak. But you're really okay with leaking in any case, right? Like if you leak on wave 3 and you're already 6 workers, small leak with cat, what do you care? Pyro. It's either A or B. You are unleakable waves 1 through 3. And honestly, pretty hard to leak. I'm going A. I'm going high A. Pretty hard to leak on 4 also. Pretty much impossible to leak on 5. And then things get tough. But if we're being honest, waves 1 through 5 being almost impossible to leak, when we're talking about an opener, right? And it's also what I've been using for a lot of my campaign videos, just because I think it's just so dang easy to play, so dang easy to learn from. I think Pyro's an A tier. I think it's pretty solid. As an opener, it's good. Good enough. Rangers, I'm gonna put those in D. I don't know why you'd be building them. Sort of like these other units, unless you're doing like 1 unit only challenge. But then why wouldn't you just start Daphne? Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I added these just in case people are like, oh, Doofus, I love starting triple gargoyle, or I love triple buckler. But I don't think they're good. Sorry, guys. Rogue Wave. I think Rogue Wave nowadays is probably a decent opener because of the slow. Because of the slow, what you'd probably do is throw the Rogue Wave on the right side. I want it in the split. I'm starting to learn. You want that slow effect in the split. You put it on the right side, push to like 5, 6 workers, and then you put like a damage unit on the left that's tanking like a third or a quarter of the wave, that's slow, while the rogue wave is also killing stuff, right? And then by the time that they rotate over, the unit on the left has killed the 3 or 4 units, and then it's now cleaning up what the rogue wave left. I think rogue wave is solid as an opener. I don't think it's quite on the A tier level. I think it's a B tier for me. But if I'm going to be honest, I have not started Rogue Wave. I've played many games with Rogue Wave since they introduced the slow effect. But it's actually probably better now as an opener than it was as ability damage influence. Because before, you needed multiple ability damage units for Rogue Wave to be good. So opening it when you only have one unit doesn't make sense. But now the Rogue Wave with the slow kind of does make sense, right? You don't need multiple other units. I'm going to put Royal Guard in B or A. Like, I'm going to think this one through. The reason that maybe I'm just looking at Rogue Wave. I'm thinking about how it's slowing my brain. Royal Guard might be A tier now because of the damage reduction, right? You cannot leak 1, you cannot leak 2, and by the time wave 3 comes, you know what? You're right. I'm putting it in A tier. By the time that wave 3 comes, you have 2 sets of damage reduction already. You're not holding the wave with just a Royal Guard on 3. It's 185 value. Maybe you add an aqua, or you add 2 masks or something, and I think you could theoretically hold. That is close to 6 workers. I haven't tried it myself, but I'm going to guess that Royal Guard is a pretty solid opener right now after the damage reduction change. Because you've got 2 waves built in, and then if you hold that 3, guess what? Now you've got all 3 stacks of the damage reduction. You've got 27% damage reduction, right? 27%, I believe. Starting on wave 4. Looks pretty good. Wave 4, you've got all the damage reduction. Not the best damage, but you're strong. Wave 5, you're amazing. Wave 6, you're amazing. And now you're starting to be weak on 7 and 8. But hey, the first 6 waves, you did your job. That is a good opener. That, in my opinion, is an A tier opener. Sky Queen. Dude, snails just destroy this thing, man. I just can't see it as... but I've got Daphne. I've got Daphne above it. Do we do a trade? Do we do a trade, or do we put Sky Queen next to Daphne? Sky Queen has to be above Daphne, in my opinion. So the question is, do we drop Daphne to C or not? Sky Queen, for 200 value, I just don't think it's that amazing because you need tanks, but you've already put 200 value into your DPS. So by wave 3, you really can't have that much tankage. But it's still pretty solid. I'll keep it in B. It's okay. It's all right. It's just snails hurt it so bad on wave 3. I've seen too many leaks of it on wave 3. And also, kind of stinks with champion. But this isn't champion. This is just opening, right? This is just an opener. It's a decently balanced opener. Hard-ish to get 6 workers. But honestly, with like a Garg and a tier 1, maybe you could hold. Maybe. It's all right. Slimes, same thing as Garg. Like, yeah, you probably have an okay start with. Honestly, I would like to see it, actually. I would like to see it. 3 slimes should hold wave 1. It always is going to hold wave 2, I think. And then you're actually pretty decent on wave 3 with like 1 damage unit. But you are cooked on wave 4. You are cooked on wave 5. So waves 1 through 3, the slimes might do decent. But then you have a problem. Come on. Come wave 4, 5, you do have a problem. So, I don't know. Slime Mommy, I'm putting that in A tier, although I'm going to say it's like A-. I'm going to say it's like A- now. I don't know why. It's just so hard when you get 13.8 mana, when you're right on the edge, and you could have gotten 3 stacks and you get 1 stack, and like the delay of the game, whether they give you that last shot, changes from like a full hold to a 40 or 50% leak is But yeah, If you play Slime Mama correctly, she's perfect. But I will be honest, I've never really known when I open Slime Mama, which I've done quite a bit. Do I put her on the right, accepting her as a split, or do I put her on the left? But if I put her on the left, she usually dies last, which is bad. So I need to figure out a better way to play Slime Mama when I open her. Because if I put her on the left, and I want to make sure she gets 15 mana, she gets 15 mana, but I've protected her so much that by the time she gets 15 mana, guess what? All my other tanks are dead, and if I have one damage unit, let's say it's a harpy, or let's say it's a bazooka, when the Slime Mama dies and there's nothing behind it, then the creeps, because there's a delay on Slime Mama for when the 3 stacks come out, or 1 stack, they kill the harpy, they kill the bazooka, and then you just have 3 slimes fighting. Whereas if I was smarter and the Slime Mama died, I had a little buckler or little howler to be that 1 or 2 second delay. Then the 3 slimes pop up, my bazooka or my harpy doesn't die, and then I hold. So I still need to learn to tweak letting Slime Mama get full mana, but also having a unit behind so that there's that just enough delay for the 3 slimes to go out before your ranged gets attacks and dies, right? Sunfang, the last of the Mohicans. Sunfang. See? I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do Sunfang. Good on 1 and 2, but you are just absolutely cooked on 3. I mean, you're going for a single target overkill unit, and wave 3 is just going to blast you. Now, wave 4, wave 5, wave 6, you're amazing. 1 through 6 minus wave 3, you're pretty good. So maybe it'd be like high C tier, but dude, I just don't see a world where you can really hold wave 3 without being like 4 or 5 workers, and then maybe 5 workers you still don't even hold. And once again, I mean, Howler is 195 gold unit, right? 195 gold for the upgrade. And to not be able to hold wave 3 with another 40 or 50 gold unit feels kind of bad. But it's because it's focusing on single target, and there's way more than one single target on wave 3, right? So as an opener, it's like, eh. The rest of the game is pretty solid. But wave 3 is pretty important to opening, right? So I feel pretty good with this. So Green Devil is my only S tier. How do we feel about that? Yeah, I mean, I would have had Fire Elemental up there, but like I said, with the change, the difference on wave 4 and wave 7, I can feel that. Pyro's still very solid, very solid. Maybe it should be A, or it should be S, but we're okay. Kitty Cat, solid. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier 2 openers tier list. Let me know where I was super wrong, or if you agreed with me. I'm sure my angler lovers are probably going to say they need to be higher. Let me know. But tier 3 is coming, and I will see you guys in that one next time. Thank you for watching. Please like, please comment. I am Doofus Mcdooface.